Essen SPIEL is the biggest board game convention in the world.
That is also the time when a lot of new games come out, and what is the best place where to show them than Essen?
So let's talk about the games we are the most excited to play, see, and buy during this time. So each of us picked 10 games that we're gonna present to you, talk about, and tell you why we want to get that game.
Yes, and if we hyped you and you were disappointed, not our fault.
Let's start out with the first one, which is for me, the White Castle Duel. First of all, there was this amazing game, White Castle, highly rated game that I have not played. Also, it was super highly rated as two-player game as well, as you can see from the results. So, two-player game should be amazing! And that's why I'm actually really hyped about the Duel version.
So, let me get it straight. The original game is perfect for 2 players.
Yes.
So that's why they made a sequel
Which
that
is perfecter.
I see.
I
No
hope.
more questions, sir.
I'm really excited about this game where you will play a clan. There will be 2 clans competing for, you can guess for what?
Victory points!
4 victory points. And you will be able to get these victory points by getting resources or playing out cards to build your engines. And that's music to my ears. And all that you will do is play out these lamp tokens. These are lamp tokens.
Lamp token. That definitely look like lamp tokens.
Yeah. You will place them on different places where you will be able to do actions.
Getting more resources and getting the most resources?
You place them to things to get more influence, to get more resources, as you said, and just have a good time to get
Points!
all together, points! Anyways, I'm super excited to try this. I love Euro games, and because I've skipped on the first game, I thought this is maybe a really good entry point, hoping it's gonna be good.
Okay, my 10th most exciting game that I'm most excited about is 1975 White Christmas. Can you guess what is it about?
Christmas?
You are kind of giving gifts of life. You're trying to save people from...
Your drawing skills?
You cannot save people from drawings. It's too late now. From Vietnam, Saigon to be specifically. And you're trying to do that by, bringing them to your ship. And you do that by using helicopters.
Oh, that's why so many helicopters there, huh?
Yes, so you're trying to save people, essentially. And there's a quite tricky thing here in this theming, because you're competing to save more people.
So, again, victory points?
Of course, victory points. Everything's decided with victory points. But the best part is a lot of it is based on actual history. For example, there was this one event where there was a family with an airplane cruising around the carrier, and there was no place to land. So they took the chopper and pushed it into water. So there was room.
Oh, wow.
That actually happened. And so there's a small mechanism in the game that kind of signifies that. And so it is very closely based on what actually happened. How the game will work is you will have cards that you will draft and use for special abilities, and then later on in the round for actions. So you're kind of drafting them for 2 reasons, 2 options. So you're trying to optimize your actions as much as possible and rescue the most people based on a cool historical subject that I didn't know existed.
Anyways, we have talked a lot about Duel for Middle-earth, and the game has gotten a lot of awards, it's super highly rated, so why not expansion? And in this expansion you will be able to collect power tokens that then you will be able to use to call different allies from this universe, either the good guys or the bad ones. And the thing is, it's a very simple expansion. It's basically a booster pack. And I don't usually like boosters, but I'm giving this like
Yeah, but you
chance.
know what you're getting, because boosters usually is random. This
Yeah.
is, you know what you're getting, right?
You
know what you're getting,
I
right?
don't know. That's the thing, I don't know, because from the description I was not sure. But this is not the game, right? But as we all learned in our math classes, that expansion plus expansion means a game. That's why I'm also interested in another expansion.
That's not, what? No.
Yes.
No.
No. Just like
okay.
2 times 2 is 7. Also expansion plus expansion is game. Another quick game that we have talked a lot about, also for 2 players, such as Agent Avenue, that we have just gushed about on this channel.
Objectively a better 2-player game than the
Is
previous
it?
one. Of course it is.
Why?
Because this is our original game. The Middle-earth is just a retheme.
He's old and grumpy, don't listen to him. And this one also is going to be a really small expansion, so small that they have no pictures with the expansion.
I was gonna say, all of these characters are already in the base.
So I'm gonna explain it with the pictures of the old game, where you will have characters, so this expansion will add new characters. Imagine here new cards.
I'm imagining.
And these new cards will add extra things to the board. For example, you will be able to build like defenses for your home base, which is a cool little concept. And it will add these cool little event cards right here. More of random, more of action in this expansion, which is gonna be great, I think. Let's hope. That's it for me. You go with Fathom.
Fathom. Fathom is, what do you think it is? Is it a fishing game?
It's maybe Fathom or Recall, I don't know. How did you make this slide? What is it?
Well, we cheese it!
Yeah.
Quickly, I'll just...
No, that's it.
Okay. Well, I forget to recall. These stats, though, are correct.
All right.
Okay, if the name isn't. So it's a 2 to 4 player game about... Well, you didn't answer. What do you think it is about?
Fishing?
Wrong! So you will have your own board, and you will discover species there. And the more you discover, the more you points get. And similar to Cascadia, you will have this little thing right there that will give you points for each of the species. They work differently. You want to discover them. You want to find them in certain spaces.
So it's kind of set collection, right?
Yes.
The more crabs you get, the more points you will have.
Yeah. Another cool thing is that maybe my bag doesn't have the pieces I want anymore, but yours does. So I'll wait, to do certain actions with your bag. Does that sound wrong? This game also has a very cool action tracking. Like, I don't know why, but this just sells me. They're feeling like you're switching gears. But
it feels like a manual.
Yeah. But all you do is just going through like tracking your actions, tracking phases, and it just really feels cool. It's a small thing, but it just looks cool, and I think it's going to feel cool when I actually get to play this game. It's somehow we're on the small box game so far. Will those boxes get bigger as we go?
Some of them will. Moving on to my box, which is not gonna be much bigger. It's Sanctuary, which is also based on a game that already exists, Ark Nova. One of the top-rated board games ever. But what if you take the same concept, make it smaller, more manageable? In this game, you will have these tiles, which will have two things. Number one, some of them will have special powers or actions right here, or give you just straight out points, because you are building a zoo and you want to sell tickets, right? So tickets are points. And similar to its big sister, it also is an engine builder. You will take these tiles, place it in your zoo, and these animals will sell tickets, as well as you're really concerned about the earth, right? As you should be. So you will build up your zoo trying to conserve earth as well. But the cool action system's still there, only there are fewer cards. For example, when it's your turn, you will have to play one of these cards and do the actions. And if the card is further here on this line, then it will be stronger. For example, right now, this card is the strongest one. And this choice between, I want to do this action, but it's weak right now, is really, really cool. You want to like kind of catch the wave and be in the rhythm with your card actions. So it keeps parts of its big sister, just makes it quicker, simpler, and should be really, really cool.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Sometimes. It depends what is inside the dark.
But that's okay, because in this game you have few matches that will help you try to get out of the dark. Or will they? Not a lot is known. This is actually the only picture I have. In this game, you will have a few matches that will help you do actions. Essentially play cards from your hand. So that's a resource. You're lighting a match, and now you see what you're actually doing. Opening a door, or, moving this rubble out of your way. But you can play without those matches. Just,
I don't know.
Exactly, because you don't see anything, so you don't know. And you're trying to get out. This is a solo-only game where you're just trying to get out. Out of where? Who's, in your way? You don't know. You just have these few matches to get out.
Just lighting a match and then seeing what you can do sounds really thematic and interesting. So let's see if the gameplay holds up. Just like let's see if the gameplay of this game holds up, which is Pulitzer?
Pulitzer, yeah.
Which is an award for journalists, for you who don't know. And the game is all about that. You are journalists that have two tasks. Number one is trying to keep your journal alive, selling more and more copies. And a journal actually is a newspaper. So you need to sell newspapers, and you also need to discover and write big stories. This is set in 1970s when Vietnam War was happening, when Watergate scandal was happening. So you need to investigate and write really good stories to get the Pulitzer Prize. So the first part will be taking your meeples, placing them right down here, and they are hidden. They are doing hidden things. They're trying to go undercover and get more and more information. And these meeples secretly will have numbers on them, so the other players will not know how much resources are you spending on this certain story. And then there's the other part where you will have your own player board, where you will try to put these things together and score points because of that.
All right, next one is Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades is also essentially a solitaire only game.
Alright.
You can play together cooperatively. In
But
this,
you're saying you don't have too many friends, huh?
shut up, we're moving on. In this game, you alone, because you don't need anybody else, are going to try to stop the devil. This is a Western where you're fighting all his lackeys until you get to the big boss and try to kill him. How are you fighting these guys, you ask?
With cards.
With cards. If I only could draw. With cards. And here are the bad guys. And some more bad guys. Okay.
What's that?
I don't know. Don't ask me these questions, okay? I know that this game uses poker as a basic mechanism for dealing damage to your enemy.
So basically you have cards and you need combinations, right?
Yes, you'll have 5 cards. So the basic poker, not Texas Hold'em. You have 5 cards, you will discard some, draw some. So, and each time you will kill the bad guy, you will get his ability that you can use onward. So you're kind of upgrading.
So
but
kind of
not really.
engine building as well?
Well, yeah, maybe. So each of the cards will have special abilities that will break the game in one way or the other and make you create crazy poker combos. One way or the other.
Moving on to the 6 most exciting games for us, and for me it's Echoes of Time. This immediately sold me with the cover, and also the game itself looks as beautiful as the cover does. And not only it looks good, it's also very intriguing because you will be building your own team of characters that will be able to manipulate time. That thing. And these characters will have some power, some ways to give you points and things, and most importantly, notice this symbol right here. This means that the card will trigger immediately, or there is this symbol, which means it will trigger on certain time. And you will be playing these cards right here. This is flow of time. And you will notice here is the same symbol, and also right here. So those cards will trigger at certain times, and you will want to play them out so they trigger in the correct order because you try to manage the time. Looks cool, cool characters, cool concept, cool game, hopefully.
Hopefully.
How cool will be this game, huh?
It'll be amazing. It's
just as amazing as your writing skills. You have to forgive us. He's almost 40. Technologies and stuff, you know. It's
by the time
complicated.
you're watching this, I might be 40. This is a game that takes time in Napoleonic Wars, right? And it's a war game through and through. It uses cubes, it uses interesting action system where you draw cubes out of the bag, but the best thing is it doesn't have any dice. And then you might ask, well, how do you resolve combat then? Simple, you use cards. For example, you have 2 more units than I do, okay?
Yes.
So then we will check this line right here, and they will tell you what happens in the battle. Okay. So you can kind of play the odds. Obviously there'll be some movement around and we can play cards to kind of influence that, but it's not gonna be you rolling only 1s or rolling only 6s, it's gonna give you some odds. And I feel this is a perfect way to get people into wargaming.
So the 5th most hyped game for me is gonna be Pinched. And this game is so mysterious, just like its cover, because we know nothing about it.
Well, we do
except it's this cover and this little bit of info right underneath. I mean, it looks colorful, looks interesting.
I love the cover.
And here's the concept. You're a thief that tries to make a plan. Sorry, the audio is gonna get a little bit bad, okay? Because I need to go here. You want to create a plan where you're gonna go and steal stuff. So you plan to, I'll go in this room, steal this thing, and then disappear, hopefully.
But what if I also want to go to that room and steal that stuff?
While I'm planning to do this thing, you will try to guess and figure out what will be my plan. And if you figure out correctly that, hey, he probably will go to that space and steal that thing, then I will have to share my loot with you. So it's a game about bluffing as well. I hope there's no downtime. I hope there's a lot of interaction, which the cover and the premise promises.
What are the best board games to get those video game friends of yours onto the board gaming?
Project Elite.
Good, so let's stop right there.
Dungeon Fighters.
No, it's good, it's good. Stop. So yes, Project Elite, this is the game from the same company. And in this game, you are putting out fires, saving people, and you are on a timer because you can see that fire slowly creeping all the way here. And if it gets here, people die. How do we stop the fire, you ask? With our fire engines. It will have multiple things in them. They will have water, which is this little cool dice. It's a co-op game. We each have our own fire engine. You can see it on the board right here. Here's mine, here's yours, and here's somebody else's. We will move them around the board, going to places where the fires need to be put out.
All right.
Okay. Once we get there, we're gonna use our firefighters to put them there, because you need someone to actually do the putting out the fires.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You will have a different kind of tools, like axes for chopping doors down.
Tools for ants?
It's just very small. Moving on. And then you will also have firehouses. And then once you get there, you will use these teeny tiny dice to put out the fire. And once you use those dice up, you will have to go refill your water to get more dice. And everything happens in real time. So this sounds really cool and maybe even more welcoming than Space Aliens. And it's been in works for a while and supposedly comes out this October.
And also, hopefully, this game will come out this October.
What do you mean? I've played it. It came out a long time ago.
This is the third iteration of a game called Colosseum, where you will try to make the best show possible inside Colosseum.
The show must go on.
Exactly. And it makes the game look so freaking good. I really like how it looks. And it's also gonna be a Euro game where you will try to manage your resources to make the best show. Get some lions, get some tigers, get really good talent, you know, strong gladiators that will kill everybody.
Let's try something different.
You mean Dark Romance?
Dark Romance. In Dark Romance, you will get a character and you're looking for, you know, someone to date. Literally, you're trying to date.
Okay.
But the people you're dating have secret agendas. So, for example, if you are a count, you want to meet a countess. So you have the same goals. But what if the other person is a vampire? And he's trying to kill you, or someone else, or worse than a vampire? Then you want to get out and have nothing to do with that person, but you don't know.
What's worse than a vampire?
2 vampires.
Oh, makes sense.
Or you might be a vampire yourself, and then you want to find another vampire, not a hunter who's trying to get you. Well, that's the game. And you will do different kind of activities, and depending on how the other player participates or doesn't, you will get some clues on what he might be.
Let's move on to the podium of the most anticipated games for Essen SPIEL. Third place for me goes to Deckers. Deckers is a cooperative board game where you all as a team will try to hack a server. You will be a team of hackers, and all you will basically do is try to use your resources or cards efficiently to go in, hack, and the more you hack in, the more powers you get, so you get to build up and get stronger and stronger and stronger, and all the mechanisms are right here. It's command cards, whatever that means. I had no clue, to be honest.
Yeah, that's an interesting mechanism.
It's a cooperative game, already mentioned it, and it's deck back pool building. This is one thing that we really enjoy in board games, and that's why I think I'm that excited.
All right. Well, I had to have at least 2 war games, right? You understand that?
This the third one?
No, what was the? No, there was.
No, there was this helicopter one.
That's not a war game. We discussed it's a Euro game. It's with the
war
war theme.
War game.
No. Let's move on. Okay. So, Race to Berlin is a ticket ride for war gamers. You're like, what? And then I'll show you the picture and be like, oh. This game is a race game. One player is playing the Soviets and the other player is playing Western allies. And they are racing to Berlin. It's in the name. The first one to get there and control Berlin wins the game. Obviously, like any war game, you will have troops, all kinds of tokens to score. So it's kind of like a war game, but it's also a logistics game and area control game. And this is the second edition of it, so it's obviously going to be better than the first, right? It always is. Always second editions are better.
And just like the Allied forces were moving on, we're also moving on to the second spot. And for me, it's the Presence. And the Presence is a horror board game.
Oh, I thought the presents is something you give someone on a birthday.
No. Because in this game, you all will be either playing in a team or one player will play against all others, but the others will never know that. So one player will play the presence and he might be good or evil, and the other players will not know that. The other players will play these characters with some powers, and they will all have tasks, and the task usually will be to survive. What to survive? Well, this mansion. And then the presence will slowly communicate and set all the other players up with like stuff and things and help them out. Right?
Or will.
or will he? From his actions, the other players will try to figure out, all right, is he on our team or not? But then the other will try to bluff if he's the bad guy. But the whole game, you could be cooperating, so you don't know. I think this game really sets you up for a really good and thematic experience. And we really love those here.
Here's a Euro game. Because everyone's been asking so far, right? Where are the Euro games? All the Euro games
Wait,
you
there's
had.
a game about soiling yourself at night.
Just not you, it's everybody. All of the London is working to give you a job. You are a company that is taking care of sheer number of these cubes. But it is a worker placement game. You will take your little workers and send them out during the day to do these actions. The cool thing is when you send out these workers, they are just human. So they will also leave some cubes there.
So they are soiling things.
They are. Everyone is.
Wow.
I said everyone is. During the night, you will send out your crew to clean up the streets. And that will give you money. And so sometimes sending out those workers to some spaces is great because, you know, they will give you work to do to clean up those cubes. And money is the goal of the game.
I love cars, and especially if they go really fast, which they will do in this game. And Dirt and Dust is my most anticipated game for Essen SPIEL, because there will be cars and they will go fast. I already said that. Anyways, and this game actually is more about building up your car, because you will have these beautiful looking cards that will symbolize you tightening the wheels on, improving your suspension and doing other things. You build your car up and then drive it right here and hopefully drive it fast and drive it good. So yes, it is a card game, but the other mechanism that drives this game are dice that you can see right here on the cards. For example, whatever cards you have set up, then you also will be able to manage and roll a bunch of dice. You will roll these dice and then use them to manage your cards like speed and your driver's ability to take out corners and different kind of tracks.
I didn't know it's gonna be that high, but I knew it. Yeah, this is cool. This was on my short list as well.
So what are you most excited to play?
I am the most excited to play Tag Team.
Oh wow, not a war game.
Well,
Okay.
there's some fighting involved. Tag Team is a game from the same company that brought us another team game.
Sky Team.
Sky Team is a game we love.
And has gotten a lot of awards and praise as well in the world.
So will this be as good as that? Is this also a co-op game? One of the answers is yes.
Okay.
So in this game, you will pick two characters, because there's tons of characters to pick from, and the other player will pick two characters. Each character has a deck. You will mix those decks together, and that will be your custom deck. Each player will start with a small deck, and on your turn, we both flip cards and resolve those cards. And then we flip the next card and resolve those cards at the same time. And those cards will let you do different abilities, and the goal is obviously to kill one of the characters of the other player. But what are your most anticipated games at Essen?
It's time for you to choose games we talk about. We're gonna go to Essen, and if you write good comments about some games we need to check out, maybe we will.
And if they write bad games about games we need
Then we
to check out?
definitely will check them out. All right, see you next time.
Bye.